I'm Diane Maglia. I've lived in Orange County for the last 20 years, and I am married 22 years to my husband Jim, and we have actually 4 children. We have Gianna, and we have Matthew, who lives in heaven now, and we have our twin boys Luke and Mark, and they're 3. We've been friends with the Cousineaus for many years, and we were right there with them at the beginning of their journey of Evan's illness, and stayed with them through the trials and tribulations of it. When we knew that Evan needed a bone marrow transplant, a local drive was planned, and we, along with everybody else, went to register. And I came to realize that I actually already had registered many, many years prior, which I have no recollection of when I did, 10, 20 years prior. And so thankfully I was able to update address and phone number so they would be able to contact me in the event that I was a match. I received a phone call that I was a match for a young lady who was 22 years old with leukemia. I had a blood test, a further blood test, to see if I matched the remaining amount of antigens, and I did. I ended up being a perfect match for this young lady. A follow-up would ensue after that, and it was a simple health history examination, blood tests, x-rays. Everything was done in about 3 hours maximum. It was local, near our home, and I didn't have to travel for anything. You're just treated like royalty. There was no line waiting, forms to fill out. It was very, very simple. I was amongst the 70% of individuals who matched to do a stem cell donation versus a bone marrow donation. Once they had gathered all of our information for my health history, they matched it up with the patient, felt that a stem cell procedure would be the best route for her. The plan was somewhere around 4 to 6 weeks from that date in October, I would be donating my stem cells. I was able to juggle schedules. We had twin toddler active boys and another child in school and family to take care of, and it wasn't a problem as far as juggling which days I needed to have this procedure done or which week would be better for me. It was very, very workable. Prior to your stem cell harvest day, you need to have actually 5 days of an injection called filgrastim, and it is a medication that increases your production of stem cells. So you have extra available on the day that you harvest. You can give the injection to yourself. The nurse can come to your home and do it for you, or a neighbor, or whatever works best for you. I did take the injections daily, and sometimes the effects can be tired or achy muscles. I didn't feel any of that for the first 3 days or so. I felt nothing. And by the 4th day I was starting to feel a little bit achy, but nothing more than a heavy workout or a good jog up a hill or things of that sort. Of good hike would make you feel achy. I was more tired because your body is busy producing extra stem cells in your bones. It wasn't anything that kept me from taking care of my family the way I usually would. The discomfort was achiness. It was nothing, especially coming from a mother who's had children. That was nothing of a challenge. I did take more naps the last couple of days because I was tired, and when my kids went and took naps, I went and took naps. The day came for our harvest day, and we had a driver that came and picked me up at home. I felt like royalty, and drove me to our local stem cell harvesting area, which was local to our home, and they did a couple blood tests. They gave me my last injection of filgrastim and told me to go out to breakfast. And I went and had breakfast with my sister and came back, and they hooked me up and basically set up a double system of basically like when you donate blood. And I sat in a comfy bed for the entire day and watched movies and listened to books on tape while I had this wonderful stem cells being taken from my body to use for our donor. The medication that I had taken a couple days prior created more stem cells in my body. And when you are hooked up to your apheresis machine, you have your veins with your blood product being separated in the machine next to you, where you can see the different blood products as well as your stem cells. And you have basically, it's like a cream at the top of the milk, this extra product of stem cells that they needed to a harvest. And the rest of the blood product went directly back into my body, so my volume was never changed. The next day, after my harvest day, I woke up. All of your aches and pains are completely gone. You're not even achy a little bit. You're probably more rested from having that day to relax the day before. And you know, I think I rested a little bit more, took some naps when my kids took a nap, but other than that, nothing discomfort. Back to my regular routine and chasing my little ones around. And your body does reproduce your stem cells within 6 weeks or so, but you don't know if this is happening, and your energy level is still quite good and very comfortable. And if I am ever so blessed to have the privilege again, I will jump at it. I hope and pray that I get called again. I feel honored and blessed to have been given this opportunity to give hope to another individual to save their life.